Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. All things Middle Earth here with a different type of video today. I'm going to say before I get started, I'm going to go ahead and put a disclaimer out there. I wanted to have a conversation about some of the things that get said in the world chat or just any of the chat features in this game. I'm not talking about, banter or even when the bantering goes a little bit further and people, get rude or whatever it is. I'm talking just actual toxic things said. When people are racist, when people are homophobic, when people are threatening to people, when people are sexual in World Chat. Again, this is a Lord of the Rings mobile game, and I feel very strongly that there's no place for any of that. I think a lot of people are just trying to have a good time and play the game, but we have people, a lot of people, not just in my server, just across this game and in every game, where players feel very, very brave to say whatever they would like when they have their keyboard to hide behind. A lot of these players in the instances that I've been made aware of have been reported, but they are still able to continue talking and saying these things. And I think it's hurting the experience of the game. Now, obviously, if you see this stuff, you can just block these players. And I think for a lot of people, that is a good step for that. It's just to block these players. But at the end of the day, you never know. You never know where someone's been or what they've been through and how that's going to affect them. And maybe it's someone who's brand new to this game and just jumps in and asks a question or says something or whatever it is. And without knowing who these players are, it's not like you can join and know who to block right away. You just don't know what could happen. So I think it's kind of like playing with fire here to allow these players to continue to say whatever comes to their mind without any consequences. So again, I feel like it's partly my responsibility to, with my platform, bring some awareness to the things that are being said, not to give them attention, but just to honestly kind of call the devs out and say, hey, I would love to make a follow-up video to this one saying that NetEase handled this really well, and I brought some attention and awareness to players who really should not have the ability to communicate in this game, and they owned it and they took care of it, and that's it. Like, I hope that's a follow-up video. I really do, because I think that would be the best case scenario at this point. My worry is, and what I will do if I need to, is I will make a video following up and saying, hey, it's been a week and nothing's happened. And not only that, here are some more reports that have been sent to me, because people have been reporting and nothing happened. So half the time people probably just don't report anymore because they know nothing's going to happen, or if they are reported, nothing happens. So again, I wanted to shine the light on this. If you've had some experiences in your servers or just things have been said to you or to other people that fall into those categories that are very blatantly across the line, I think we need to do something about it. We need to rise up as a community and kind of call the devs to action, because while they have not been in support of those things being said, and they would never say that, I think there comes a point when saying nothing or not dealing with these things is just not okay. So I'm hoping that we get a good response here. I'm hoping this is something that as a community we can make this heard a little bit more and say, hey, I would rather NetEase put a little bit more money and time into having these things dealt with and having toxic players not be allowed to continue doing that than putting more money into like extra content for the game. I'd rather have that than have new commanders, honestly, because this is what can kill games. This is what can really hurt people. And again, you don't know what someone's been through. And again, I have some reports that are, again, these are viewer discretion advised here. Some things that said to the wrong person at the wrong time could cause them to make a really sad decision based on what was said to them. And that is honestly a pretty horrible thing to think about. So I don't want to just sit here and just say, oh, I just blocked him, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to use my platform to say something. So again, we're going to go ahead and jump in. The last chance to click away if you don't want to see stuff. I'm going to censor what I can because I don't want it just to get flagged and removed anyway. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into some of these lovely things that have been said in World Chat. All right, the first one is this player. Again, if you are sending me a report on Discord or something you want to be maybe have the light brought to a little bit more, I do think you do need their player ID number. So that number 8337230. This player here, I only have one thing from them in this one, but in this message right here, just telling someone to straight up kill themselves. So again, that's a very blatant across the line. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you spent money in this game. If you're going to tell someone to harm themselves, I don't think you should be allowed to play. And if you're going to argue with me on that, I'm sorry. We're just not going to see eye to eye. That's absurd to me. This player has been reported, and from what I've heard, is still able to play the game and use the chat feature. So Again, I only have the one there, but to me, that's a pretty horrible thing to be said to someone. So that's the first one there. Second one is test here. Number 3079031. I feel like Test is someone who will defend what he says as just like, oh, I'm just a troll, but then again, we'll just say things. I only have one more recent one from them, but again, this one here, I got this morning. I hopped in to see what was going on, and this what was said was someone, he just said, I can perfectly imagine Rohan offering Timur something sexual, so he leaves him alone. Again, using the little different character over the O, the little upside down V or the triangle or whatever. If you have to use different characters to say something in world chat, because otherwise it would be blocked and not allowed, I think if you bypass it like that, I think there should be a consequence. I don't think you should be allowed to continue to talk if that's what it's going to be. So that's another one there. Here's another one. Big, I know Gank is a big @me fan, so I like if this is something that he sees, I know he's going to be a big fan of this, because he's not a fan of the YouTubers, which is not why he's in this list. But I know it's like, hey, I'm going to use the thing you hate the most to call you out for your ridiculousness. But here is that 1579900 Gank face. I have a lot more. Gank really is lately said a lot, so I have a little bit more for him here. So we'll go through it kind of quickly. But here he responded just in a normal conversation saying, slop on my knob like corn on the cob. Very classy stuff, which then he tried to defend it as saying it was from a quote. It's a quote. Everything he says is a quote from a movie or a song. I don't care what it's from. That doesn't mean you can say it or can spread that around. Just weird. And honestly, that's one of the more mild ones. So let's see here. Again, using different characters to say things. He said, I'm a gamer. And then he said, I'm a gamer in your case. Just, again, kind of homophobic remark there or whatnot. So again, if you use different characters to send your messages because otherwise they would not be allowed, it seems pretty clear to me that you shouldn't be allowed to do that. Moving on, here's another. The conversation was happening. Someone else actually had kind of gotten weird, and someone called him out. And were like, hey, like this, why are you doing this? It's like you take it too far. And this person actually responded. It was actually suspect, I'll be honest. They were actually like, you know what? I'm having some drinks, and I said, like, I'm sorry, I said some stupid stuff. Doesn't make it okay, but they were like, they apologized and got off, and were like, hey, I'm that was stupid. Still said some bad stuff, but then Gank jumps in and was told to chill out himself, and just said that he's calling people what they are, a sensitive crybaby, in this case EQ. Let's see. Then this lovely note down here to her said, get over yourself, you worthless something guzzling something. So again, using different characters in several words to allow them to send. Lovely stuff there. Which then again, the response was just like, why are you so angry? And like, again, like coming into a conversation, and that's like the first thing you say. Someone was like, are you just like angry all the time? What's going on? And he's like, I'm not angry. I'm just making fun of a bunch of sensitive losers. In reality, the sensitive losers are just the people who are actually going to say like, hey, like, what are you doing? So again, he says all Loth players do is complain about Test or Sus or me or anybody that's not missing your feet. I think he meant kissing your feet. And again, those are 3 players that I've mentioned for being sexual in world chat in the mobile game that we were talking about. So yeah, we have people who do stand up for that and say, hey, like, don't do that here. There's no place for that. So kiss my something. Then he says, go give @me the something. I've yet to meet a girl who doesn't just live off the back of her man. Which if you're in our Smash Squad and you know anything about our personal situations, it's the second part of that. It's like not even accurate. Like let's get the facts straight about what's happening. But again, just going at it. Very unnecessary stuff being said. Let's see. Basically saying EQ in this example was someone in world chat at this point. The only reason she has a right or is able to be heard or say anything is because she's giving me the blank something. Again, I'm not gonna go totally uncensored here, but again, just being very very weird with it. Again, then people trying to like have conversations. Again, this is where I think other people just block, but I think it's time to raise awareness to it. But sends a response trying to say, then it says, can't hear you what, and then typing some noises So yeah, amazing stuff there. Let's see. Oh, here's another one from Gank. Suspect had said that someone removed his hoop earring in the night, whatever, and he said, "TF, kind of homo, wears earrings, bro." So again, that's the kind of stuff we got here. That is the last one there for Mr. Gank. But again, those are the 3 that I've had sent to me or that I've seen, and I just think that we need something done. We need the devs to step up and do something about players that have been allowed to say whatever they want, whenever they want, to be sexual, to be homophobic, to be threatening, to be racist. Those things are across the line to me, and they have no place in the world chat or in any chat for a mobile game. It's very, very strange. So yeah, that's gonna do it for today's video. I am hoping to make a follow-up video very soon where I say, hey, the devs hit it out of the park. They handled this and they made sure that this was taken care of. I'm a little worried, and I will if I need to make a video saying, hey, it's been this much time and nothing's been done. And I think as a community, we need to, you know, if you care about the game that you play and care about what's said and what people see. Again, I want to introduce this game to my friends, but I would be embarrassed to be like, oh, look at that. This is the kind of stuff people say. And you can say it's just gaming, it's just whatever. I don't think so. I think it's unnecessary. I think it should be dealt with. So I'm putting it out there. I'm raising some awareness to it. You might have different thoughts on it, I guess. Let me know what your thoughts are below on this, or what your experiences have been. And again, check the Discord link below. You don't have to join if you don't want to, but shoot me a message on Discord if you've had experiences like this that maybe you'd like some attention brought to, where people have been threatening or people have been saying some things that just don't have a place here. So again, kind of a heavier topic today, but I think it needs to be, it's time that we make this more of a priority to be dealt with, because I know a lot of us just want to play the game and have fun, like to joke around, like to banter, all that good stuff, but there's a line that people cross, and it's just not something I'm cool with. So that is going to do it for today's video. Hopefully I see you in a future one. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time.